Slide E. Now let's have some fun and find all the angles inside each polygon. Come back and write your answer here. So we're going to go to the Pattern Block Angles applet, click here, then click here again. Figure out the degree measure of all the other angles inside the pattern blocks. Remember, some pattern blocks have two different angle measures. So we click here, and click here again. Turn on the grid. Remember that as we put these polygons or pattern blocks together, we want to make sure that they meet at one vertex, that they don't overlap like this. This might be a good start. Also, it's helpful to rotate the shape when it's separate from other shapes, because you might click on one of these by accident. That's a good place to start. Let's pause here so you can work with these shapes to find all the angles inside each one. Write your answers in this table and then press play to continue. This work is not yet complete, but once you've completed your work for slide E, I would definitely recommend taking a screenshot of your work and then inserting it as an image in your Google Slide. Go to slide E, move to your left. The plus sign will help you add a slide. Click here, insert, image, and upload it from your computer. Find it in a folder and click open. And then you'll see your wonderful work right here. Then you'll have a record of your work in your slides. You can even use the drawing function in Google Slides to label the angles. And you can look at it to remind yourself of how you found the measurement of all the angles inside each pattern block. Once you have all the angle measurements for these pattern blocks, which are polygons, then you're ready to go to slide F. Slide F. Now we get to have even more fun solving puzzles with angles. Use the More Pattern Blocks Angles applet for the following questions. Determine the measurement of each of these angles using the pattern blocks. Click here and click again. And here we are. Click the grid. Now you'll notice in this applet, you not only can move the shapes around, but you also can type. Click the text icon, write in your answer, click OK. And now you'll see the written answer here. There's also a drawing tool. Click on it. Now you can mark the angle. You can also do any calculations you need to do by writing directly in the applet. If you need to delete something, click on the Select tool, select, right-click on it, click Delete. Now let's remember why we're here. We're trying to find the measurement of each one of these angles using the angle measures we already know inside each one of these pattern blocks. Let's take this angle here as an example. We can take this square, which we know is 90, this angle which you found the measure of with your classmates and your teacher. Now this isn't quite enough, because 90 plus whatever this is, it has to reach to the next ray. And these are adjacent angles. Aha! The side of this shape and the side of this shape both line up with the rays of the angle, and since these are adjacent angles, we can add the angle here plus this angle plus this angle to get the measure of the entire angle. Now it's time for you to have some fun. Remember, you can get creative. There are many ways to put these adjacent angles together to find the measurement of the given angle. Let's pause here while you work to find the measure of all these angles. Write your answers here and discuss with each other and your teacher your strategies and responses. Then press play to continue. Question 2. If an angle has a measure of 180 degrees, like this angle here, then the two legs here and here form a straight line. An angle that forms a straight line is called a straight angle, as we discussed before. Find two different combinations of pattern blocks that can make a straight line. Below is an example. 3 triangles. The angles inside add up to 180. You can go back here so that you can find two different combinations of polygons whose angles together as adjacent angles make 180 degrees. This is only an example. I drew my own straight angle, but there is a straight angle here that you can use. Let's pause here so you can work here, make calculations here with the drawing tool as necessary, and write your answers in the blue box. Then press play to continue. Just like your work with slide E, once you've finished, you will have created many very cool and interesting designs with these pattern blocks inside the angles. So you can definitely take a screenshot. You're in slide F, add a slide, click here, and insert the screenshot by uploading it from your computer. And then you'll have a record of all your wonderful work right here in your Google Slide. Now we've reached the summary, which is a place for you to describe what you've learned today. How can we describe special angles? As a hint, you might want to answer this question. How can we use adjacent angles of polygons to find angle measures? Let's pause here to reflect and write your response. Feel free to look back at your wonderful work to find the answers and some examples to help you explain.